Boom! All right, everybody, I'm just gonna get it out the way. This show is edutainment, stands for education, entertainment, wrapped into one. It's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. And I don't know your personal situation. That's what I wanted to say. And again, technicals is just a first look at, a quick look at investing. So I always recommend that you look at fundamentals, which is like the financials. And then you also look at technicals, which is like charting and patterns, which we're gonna do here. All right, and this weekend, rolling up a workshop with Rule 1. My rulers, I learned most of my stuff from them. Before like meeting with them, it was all just throwing darts, right? They took the guesswork out of this investing thing and they gave me a way to not speculate, but actually become more confident and help me sleep at night. So, with that said, let's roll on the show. Hi, social media world. My name is Alfred Gordon-Liu. This is 8 at 8, and 8 minutes starts right now. Boom. We're talking about S&P 500, 20 companies we picked behind me per Warren Buffett's advice. Today, we're looking at the sector, utilities, XLU. This is a great play during recessionary times or times in a down market because people still need to pay for utilities, water, sewer, trash, energy. So this is one of our utility plays. It is NextEra Energy. I picked it because it's kind of green. So ESG, environmentally sustainable, is all about the rage right now. And ticker symbol is NEE. So if you're looking at this, you're an investor, this is where you can go to get some of those fundamentals that I'm talking about and get the news straight from the company. Always want to go to the investor relations page. So with that said, let us go to the charts. If we were a positional trader, that means we are looking to invest for the long term. Let's see how this company has been doing. It's been actually flip-flopping in price last couple of months, but we're still in the negative. So it did flip-flop with the chance of it going up last month, but we're still in negative territory. You see that one green arrow there. You'll see another green arrow right here. And then this is the seller. So the price moved below the average. The sellers had control all the way back in January. People were exiting the stock, a little fearful of it back in January. It tried to have a little bit of a price reversal February and March, but in a ways, those sellers are in control. So if you're a buy and hold investor, you could keep on holding on to it or dollar cost average as this is going down. And I think it's going down. All right. With that said, let's move on to swing trading. So let's see if there was an opportunity because you did have this little swing right here. So let's see a closer look at swing trading. And for that, we're going to use 3 indicators. We're going to use our Bollinger Bands, RSI, and again, the MACD in a different way. So as you can see, woo-wee, we are having some good volatility today. Actually, the last couple of days, we've been having a lot of good volatility. You can thank Netflix for that, for starting off earnings seasons and having some crazy reporting. So we're reporting our Q1 numbers for 2022, and people aren't liking what they're hearing, all right? So you're seeing this as outside of our Bollinger Band, making an opportunity to buy the dip. How much is it going to dip? Man, let's talk about that, because if I zoom in a little bit, we are seeing that the dip is strong, and it could continue to dip because look at this RSI right here. It is below the 30. That means it is super weak. People are starting to think about that reversal. So as soon as you see this RSI line kind of come back or pierce through this 30, that means people are kind of getting back in, but people are exiting hard. Strength, right? Relative strength RSI. And then again, another thing that says that we're still continuing this dip is this MACD. This is moving average convergence divergence. Big long word for what's the momentum like. As you can see, it is red. Those lines are going to pierce through that 0 line, continuing this downtrend. So I would say you might have another opportunity to get this dip. We'll see how it does today, but it is dipping hard yesterday and today, and it can continue to dip outside. So we want to make sure, oh man, peaking. Sorry about that. I just checked my volumes. So yes, it is peaking on the way down. And what else could move this? So, oh no, why are we here? Let's zoom in a little bit to that one. That's what you want to see. And let's zoom in a little bit right there. So with that said, they had their earnings call not too long ago. I believe it was yesterday, as you can see. Ooh, where's my finger? This is April 21st. That was yesterday. The street was expecting 0.71. We got 0.74 from the company. It was a great upside potential. That's good news, right? But the market had other ideas. The whole market was pulling down yesterday, and it is again pulling down. So even though a company does have great numbers and they do better, there's some reasons why it's still pulling down. And as we are looking at what the climate today is, we have 80 earnings calls, 102 stock splits, and 42 economic events. Out of those 42 economic events, what could pull us down here? So we're scanning here. I haven't really looked at this. We're in Canada. We're looking at manufacturing, raw prices. In the States, cold storage, beef stock. So this is about commodities and food, cattle. So again, these numbers are kind of reminding us that what are commodity prices at, and it reminds us of inflation, right? So all that stuff is going to happen after hours, so that's not really going to affect us here today. In Canada, we are reporting on some numbers. We're really associated with the US, so some of those things, raw materials, which we export, could affect the rest of the world. So let's take a look at our intraday. So not a lot that's going to affect us, especially with commodities, but it does cost energy to make these things. So let's take a look at the intraday chart. You'll see here that they had their earnings. They gave us better than expected earnings, but still down. So that's just the power of the markets. Let's see what else it could do. So we're picking the lows, we're picking the highs, and we're gonna zoom in here. So with the market pulling down today, I would say that definitely strong downtrend. And the green line is the VWAP, stands for volume weighted average price. Good, I'm glad I got that. And right now it's dropped below the VWAP. This is kind of the general line where price and volume meet, and it's using it as kind of resistance. So I think we're going down towards the bottom here. Everything's pulling down today. Will it reverse and peak above this? It's looking very strong that it's not. So I would say if you are going to short the stock, that means think it's going down. I would use this VWAP as a strong kind of level. If you want, you could use this a stronger one, 75.5 as your resistance or resistance, and you're going all the way down to 74.39. So that's about $1 and a little bit spread. So I think from this VWAP it could drop down, and you might see that momentum going down. But as you can see, there's no big volume under here, so you're not having a big pull, but it could be going flat. But I would say it's probably using that VWAP as a ceiling. So again, 775 is a strong ceiling. You'll see there's lots of support, resistance to get up here, and then here on your support. So you play this spread if you see it for today. And that's it. Boom! That was loud. Sorry, everybody. But we're finished with 25 seconds. Glad to give you an analysis. I'm getting better at intraday trading. I usually trade the first half an hour of the day, then off to the beach or do the show with you guys. So with that said, everybody, take a look at this for a good play. I don't know if it's so good for a recessionary time as we're dipping down. With that said, outro. Yes! All right, everybody, 2 minutes to chat with you here. What to say? Excuse me. Let's turn that off. Let's just relax a little bit. Let's get a little coffee in. Everybody has their own style. I guess I would share mine because it's Friday. It's a good day to do that and sharing. So positional traders, I'm in a unique position where I don't need to hold. I'm pretty savvy at getting out and having my money off the table, as you would say in the casino, because most things are pulling down. I would say that's the general consensus in the market. things are going down or getting into the bears. So for those of you who are invested, I'd say be careful, or if you're very, very confident that we're not going to have a correction or crash, protect your money. Rule number one, don't lose money. So maybe move your money into some money market funds or something like bonds to solidify and keep your cash, right? Fight against the inflation that we have. For you wonderful swing traders out there, as we go down, there's going to be pullbacks and retracements. I would say that the strong trend is going this, so you're going to short most of the time, but take advantage of those times where it does peak. All right, it retraces, get those shorts in at that level and ride it down. Because no one wants to catch falling knives. That's a great term that I heard from some of our investors. So don't catch falling knives. Pick the top ends of the Bollinger Bands and go short. For you intraday traders, woo! There's some big movements down. I don't even know what I would say. Most of the stuff's going down, but you're gonna ride those shorts. So you gotta be even quicker on getting up and down. So not a lot of opportunities to go long. A lot of intraday traders are again short. So with that said, you're just doing it on a tighter time frame. Know your exits and exits.